What's up, everybody? I desperately need your help fixing my deck. I've been running Lightsworn since about 2010, and I'm mainly using the same build in Master Duel, but I have added a few things to kind of, in my view, modernize the deck, but I really don't know much about different meta and different styles of cards in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! In Master Duel, I can pretty easily get up to about gold ranking, and then I start to win about 40 to 50% of the duels, but when I lose, it doesn't really affect my ranking. It's not until I get to platinum, where losses actually matter against the ranking, that I start to really struggle. I think the max I've ever gotten to is platinum 1. So in this video, I'm going to show my deck and kind of talk about how I use it, and then I'm going to demonstrate the deck with a duel. And I want your advice. Tell me what cards definitely don't need to be there, which cards I could maybe reduce or limit, and most importantly, what I should add to the deck to make it more competitive. Let's dive in. All right, so let's take a look, and don't laugh, don't laugh at me. Let's start with Raiko. So I don't really find myself using this flip effect very often. A lot of times they just end up getting milled. But I run 2 of these bad boys. Occasionally I will flip the effect and generally send the top 3 cards of my deck to the graveyard. Lumina, I do tend to get this out quite a bit, and I'll use its effect to get a special summon going, usually like a tuner. And, or sorry, like an XY card. I don't think I have... There might be some tuners in here. Minerva. Yeah, this is another card. This is a card I don't really summon at all. I just get it to the graveyard. Let me see. Yeah. I don't even know why I run 3 now that I'm looking at this. Jane, I will use its attack power, especially with the 300 attack damage step only. Lila, get out. I like to pop the back row with this, and the attack's somewhat decent. Same with Gareth. I do like to send the 2 cards to the deck, that's for sure. It's on the field. Yeah, and I like the attack power as well. Wolf, I'm pretty lucky with this, I'd say, and watch me, like, in this duel, draw 2 of these guys, but I tend to get this out on the field. I like the attack power. I will use Genis. I don't even know why. I rarely say these card names. I use that for defense quite a bit. Aaron, we get some attack power there. Generally, I'm going to use this as material to summon for my extra deck. Raiden, this is a card I added more recently, so I don't tend to use it quite as much. For whatever reason, I'm kind of stuck in my old ways, so I kind of go towards what I know for sure. So I just threw these guys in there. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just reading it. Like, I rarely ever use this for attacking. I use it for material, so it's interesting that it gains 200 attack. This card is another one I recently added. I definitely use this for defense, but also for material as well. It's like I see the description, I'm like, I don't even know what it does. This was another card I added recently that I really have been using a lot and really enjoying it, because the effect always pops off. Like, I feel like I'm always getting a JD out of this. Sent to the graveyard, you can have 1. Yeah, okay. So these have been really firing off, and I get a lot of JDs from this. And I feel like there's another effect. I get a special summon, or you could, if this card is special summon, you can send 1. Like, yeah, okay. I will get this guy special summon and occasionally use it for defense, but yeah, I mainly just use it as material, as a tuner. Celestia, I will summon and use it for attack, but I love the effect and I tend to that tends to be fairly successful. 3 JDs and Punishment Dragon. I'm assuming obviously there's cards that kind of go with this that deal more with banishing. So it doesn't really go well with what my cards do currently, but I do occasionally get it as material for my Enlightenment Dragon. And then on to spells, Dark Hole, Raigeki. These are like my OG brain in Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, these are just the spells I know. I know for sure that I have a lot of gaps in my knowledge for spell and traps. Because, I mean, look at what I'm running. Dark Hole, Raigeki, Card Destruction, Monster Reborn. These are just straight from my OG legit kid deck. 2 Solar Recharge. I really use this a lot just to get a draw. I feel like there's another spell that I was using because I have 45 cards in this deck. Oh yeah, Charge of the Light Brigade. I think I like started to dismantle this deck and then wanted this card back, but I don't have any ultra rare points, which is a whole nother conversation. Lightsworn Judgment has been good for me now that I finally realized how to use it, because you want to get it milled to add a Judgment Dragon. But between the 3 Dragalings and 3 Lightsworn Judgment, I feel like it's a little heavy, to be honest. Like, I get to a point where I'll just have these like sitting on the field, and I just have to keep clicking like yes and no to or sorry, no, don't use. Like, every time my opponent does something, I have to like respond to this. And then these have been great too. I'm still working out the timing of how to use the Lightsworn Aegis, or whatever you call it, to negate an effect. This has been more of like useful for modern cards. One of the biggest issues I run into, especially as I get higher ranking, is I'm going up against cards that can't be affected by card effects. So then Judgment Dragon's like useless. It's got a pretty good attack, so sometimes that helps, but I really need to fill that gap of like, how do I deal with like cards that just can't be affected by card effects? And then onto my extra deck, this is where I have just such a huge blind spot. I think I didn't even have an extra deck for the longest time, but when I started adding like tuners, like this guy here, and who else is a tuner? Okay, yeah. That's why I don't really know much about these guys, because I just use them as like a tuner. And then, the 3 cards that I have the least knowledge about, I just end up like seeing an activation or a summoning option, and I just go to use it as material. So I don't really use it for anything other than its tuner capability. Enlightenment Dragon, like, I get a little confused in the moment about how to summon it, because I know you need like the Punishment and Judgment Dragon. What is it, in your hand? Banishing the above monster, 1 each from your field or graveyard. Okay, so that's how I end up getting it summoned, really, because I rarely ever summon Punishment Dragon. It's usually in my graveyard, and that's how I get this guy out. And then it starts doing some crazy shit with like banishing a bunch of cards. Pay 2,000 life points, banish all their cards on the field and in the graveyards. So yeah, it's that can be useful, like especially when you're dealing with an opponent that does a lot of tricky shit with their graveyard, or just like fishing around. It does seem to help. And I do like that if it gets destroyed, you can add the 2 banished cards, so I can kind of get a JD out of it. But other than that, like, I'm usually deep in the shit if I get this card out. Like, I'm in the longest duel of my life, and I see it as an option to summon, and I'm just like, fuck it, I guess I'll try using this. But it doesn't really get me anywhere, to be honest. Might just be misusing it. And then now it's like the gaps in my knowledge really get insane, because for the rest of these cards, I can usually get them out on like turn 1, and I'm just like, fuck it. I'll get a 3,000 or 3,000 monster out. Let's try that. But I don't really know much about these cards. So we'll read them together. You can pay 1,000 life points and target 1 card on the field, banish that target. So it's like a mini Judgment Dragon. And it kind of works with the Punishment Dragon and the Enlightenment Dragon, like getting something banished. But I have 2 of those for some reason. I was just like, or 1. Oh yeah. Cool. This guy, like I said, I get it out probably on the first turn if I do. And, first or second turn. And I'm just going for brute force there. It's like 3,000 attack. Let's go. Destroy all other face-up attack position monsters on the field can be very handy. Kind of like Judgment Dragon adjacent, so I found that pretty attractive. Oh, I just realized I never summoned this, so I'm just going to remove it anyway. I never get this out. So I'll just remove it, and if you guys feel like it makes sense, then we'll add it. Minerva, and then... Okay, yeah, I get kind of confused about these cards and what their differences are. But obviously more powerful. I do get this out from time to time. Cannot be banished by card effects. I really like that. You can only use the following of Minerva once per turn. Fine. If this card is synchro summoned, you can send the Lightsworn monsters with different types from your deck to the graveyard. Okay, that's cool. Banish up to 4 Lightsworn monsters. Yeah, so whatever era Lightsworn got into like banishing cards, I completely missed that. And then once I returned back to dueling, I kind of started to add these. Target dragon monsters you currently control with card effects. That's cool. I don't think I ever summoned this shit for whatever reason. But that's cool. Special summon something from your graveyard. And neither player can target dragon monsters you currently control with card effects. That's sick. This guy I get out usually on like the first turn, if I do. And it feels kind of mid. 2,000 attack. Fine. Top 3 cards of your deck. Sick. If this card is destroyed by battle, you can send the top 3 cards of your deck. Sick. I feel like you can also like separate the materials or something. Detach one material from this card. Okay, yeah. So I definitely do that. So this is what I'm running right now. Please give me feedback on like, why are you running 3 of these? Or you should add 3 of these, you know. Why are you using this? Whatever. Like, give me some general feedback about what this is. But then most importantly, like, what would you add to this deck or specifically take away? Like, oh, why would you use Raigeki when this other card does that plus bills or something? Like, just let me know because I have so many gaps in my knowledge. But let's take this for a spin. Oh, wait. Save changes. Yes. Thanks for sticking around this far. If you haven't already, liked the video. It really helps me out. Give me a little subscribe if you're interested. I do a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Resident Evil content as well, and just some general storytelling. And feel free to add me on Master Duel, starfish0_0. That's also my name on Twitch. But let's duel, shall we? So I haven't been back in a while, so I just started dueling again. I'm currently in bronze. Back to bronze, tier 4. And typically this is... I do fine in bronze. Just sucks because I made a kind of complaint video about this, like why Yu-Gi-Oh! Sucks in 2025. Just the pacing of the game is so insane. Like, I just feel like, oh, I should have went first. A player's turn in general just takes so long as they're constructing and reconstructing and deconstructing shit and digging through their deck, and there's not an aggressive enough time limit. And then I step away to get coffee, and I come back, and it's like, you lost! You took too long! So here we go. All monsters. We got a Raikou, Illumina, Minerva, Lila, Raiden. I'm going to wait to see what I draw, but I think I would typically kind of go on autopilot mentally. That's probably my #1 issue, is that this is... They didn't even play anything. This is a game I played years ago and then never really took the time to restudy and learn new shit. So I kind of go on autopilot in Master Duel because it kind of just tells you what you're going to do. So in my case, my brain works like this. It's like I just want to get cards to the graveyard at this point because I don't really have any combo plays. So I don't think you can use this effect if there's nothing in your graveyard, but fuck it, we're going to try it. Yeah, you can't. Okay. So I'm just going to... in retrospect, I would have summoned this just to have a stronger monster, but I just want the 3 mil. And then usually I'll get something out of that. So we'll take this. We'll take that. And yeah, usually when I mill 2 or 3 cards, I get like something out of it. Either the spell and traps or the or a wolf or something, or a Dragaling. But yeah, just hand traps and cards that just don't get affected by card effects just destroy my deck. Like, if someone is using those types of cards, I don't have a chance, really. I don't have a chance. I don't have a chance. Yeah, why would someone not even play anything on their turn? This is like a weird example, too. Like, they feel weird, or they're about to fuck me up or something. And just getting all monsters was weird. So maybe we'll do 2 duels just to get a better example. Shall we? Okay, I'm just gonna fuck this card up. I don't always know when the best time is to use this. So I usually will use it at the beginning when they're trying to start a chain, I'm assuming, or a special effect. So I'll just kind of go right off the bat. Oh, did they just block this? Basically, I'm lazy and I gotta read more. I think he blocked it. All right, let's sit back and enjoy this long-ass turn, because I know they're just thinking. I don't know. Like, if you're like a newer player of Yu-Gi-Oh, or you're just really vibing with current Yu-Gi-Oh, do you just not care that the turns take so long? You're just used to it. It's your normal. Because like back in the day, I felt like there was just a built-in limit. Like maybe in the more of the end game back in the day, you'd kind of think like, shit, what should I do? How am I gonna pull this off? But in general, it's like, for me, this feels ridiculous right now. I start to wonder, like, wait, is it my turn? Like, did I forget to end? And just like for the clock not to tick, like what are they doing right now to stop this timer? Why is this not going? Like, in my point of view, this timer should just be ticking regardless. Or there should at very least be a game mode in Master Duel that allows you to do that. Like, we're in bronze, bro. We're in bronze tier 4. Ain't no reason we should be sitting here for 10 fucking minutes deciding what we're trying to do. All right, that's the last I'm gonna bitch, because I have a whole video about that. We'll just sit and relax and meditate. Yeah, if you have critiques about, like, my turns, like, oh, you should have did this, top 2 cards of your deck, then, and if any Lightsworn monsters were sent to the graveyard, yeah. Although, for my first turn, it wouldn't be able to attack anyway. Or I went second, so fuck it. I didn't even attack. It's like chess, bro. There's just like, I'm missing all the... If I step away from Yu-Gi-Oh for too long, I just... Is the game just busted? Like, is there something wrong right now? Or is there... Stop complaining. All right, I'm gonna surrender. That's ridiculous. Maybe that's their plan all along. They just stall. All right, let's get a better example. Maybe Lightsworn's just dead, but I like it. I want to keep using it if I can. I'm not about to learn, like, some dark magician shit. All right, here we go. Okay. So I'm thinking we just... Oh. Okay. Now we're cooking. Cool. Now we're chaining. See, my fucking timer's going down. Damn, see, I could have fucked him up. But we'll end our turn. See, I feel like I got some huge firepower this first turn, but not a good, like, defense against little shitty effects. That's what I feel like I'm missing. Please, duelist. Get your connection right. Imagine he just fucking card destructs my hand. Is this the same? I don't know, man. Bots. I guess this is just my timer. Oh, shit. Red Rising Dragon. Huh. Pretty cool. So he's going to get a special summon. Thinking, like, I'll just 1, 2, 3 'em, like, special summon, hopefully activate the effect, clear the field, and then 3, 6, 9K. Red Dragon Archer Fiend. This was about the final era that I just checked out. Like, that like 5Ds era, that was the last tournament I went to. Was like when Synchros came out. I wasn't into 5Ds too much, and I was like, eh. I still played Yu-Gi-Oh! With friends, but I didn't go to tournaments anymore. See, I could Raigeki everything, but I just don't know what he's got here. End your pathetic turn. Damn. Double knockout. Okay. We are in bronze tier. All right. Fuck it. Let's go. Let's go to work. This is like straight out the fucking manga, baby. There you go. Almost all of that duel was just waiting for that bullshit to happen. Yeah, bronze is nothing. Silver, you get a little bit of struggle. Gold, I start to really feel the struggle. And then platinum, I mean, I'm just praying. I'm just praying. Okay, duelist. All right, they've got a custom field here. I might be cooked. I don't even know what these cards are called. Pendulum, maybe? I know they have, like, these counter things. Pendulum, yeah. When I came back to Master Duel, I'm like, what the fuck is that? A spell and monster card? All in one? Supreme King Gate. Okay. All right. I think we... Woo. So, yeah, is this even like a spell card? I guess not. Like, this wouldn't even work on that, right? So, I guess... Let's try this out. Well, what can I get? I think I'll just do more pure damage if I just do this. Yeah, I feel like I really need to only run like 2 of these. But definitely helped. What you got, duelist? See, I don't even know if this works in response. Fuck it. Nice. Slow him up. Oh, it still was able to do shit, though, so... Damn. Like, if this game ain't broken, what is going on? Yo. That's pure attack power. Oh, shit. Yeah, I didn't have shit for this deck. Damn. Well, I'm sure they got something to block the Judgment Dragon effect, but let's try it. Nice. It's tough to beat the Judgment Dragon. Got scared in that duel. 400 LP. All right, y'all. So there's a couple duels to get a good example, and we got to look at my deck. Yeah, so please give me advice. What would you change about this deck? Would you add different styles of cards? Would you remove certain things? Let me know in the comments, and add me on Master Duel. I'd love to duel you. Yeah, help me improve my deck, please. Peace.